everyone, it is Saturday and this is Small Business Saturday Shout Out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Alicia Couri. Thank you so much for joining us today for another episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out, where we're going to shout out another really amazing small business owner. And before we do that, I want to first I want to say welcome. You guys caught me. I'm like, 2 minutes behind because I was actually just trying to promote the show on Instagram. So I was sending out messages on Instagram, then realized, it's time for the show. So welcome. And for those of you who are joining us on Facebook, we broadcast live here on 2 different channels on Facebook in the Small Business Saturday Shout Out community, as well as on the Alicia Couri page on Facebook. So if you are not part of our Small Business Saturday Shout Out community yet, please go ahead and join us. It is facebook.com/groups/SBSSO, and that stands for Small Business Saturday Shout Out. And if you are watching us live on YouTube, hi YouTube, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'd really appreciate that. And if you hit that notification bell when we go live, you won't miss out. So I would like you to do both. So if you're on YouTube, you can join our group on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, go on over and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would be much appreciated. So Small Business Saturday Shout Out. What is it? We are not just a show, but we're also a community. So first, let me talk about the show. So we highlight small business owners, whether you have a brick and mortar or you have a virtual type of business or a service-based business. You are welcome to join the group. And in that group, what do? We do the show, of course, but we also have some really amazing things going on in our group. We do live virtual networking events. In fact, our next networking event is coming up, and that event is actually on the 1st of June. It is our happy hour on June 1st. So if you want to be part of our event, come on over to the group and join our group. And there's a registration there that you can be a part of the event on the 1st of June. Also in the group, what else do? We have masterclasses. Yeah, we do masterclasses to help you either with your social media. Our next masterclass actually is coming up on June 8th, and that will all be around podcasting. So if you ever wanted to podcast and didn't know how, we're going to do a masterclass on podcasting. How do you set it up? How do you run a podcast? That is coming up on June 8th. And of course, we have promotions. You can promote your business, promote your events, promote what you're doing in that group. So it's really a community of small business owners supporting one another, and you're welcome to join. Now, it's called Small Business Saturday Shout Out, and there are 3 ways that you can get a shout out. First way to get a shout out, of course, is to be a guest, as I'm going to introduce my guest in about 2 minutes, is to be a guest on the show. And then the second way to get a shout out is 30-second commercials. So if you want to just hop on for 30 seconds and tell us who you are and what you do, you're welcome to come on live and do that. And the third way that you can get a shout out is if you leave a comment. And during the break, either before the guest or after the guest, I will put it up on the screen and read it out and shout you and your business out. So make sure that you write your name, your business or company's name, and how you can best be reached, and if there's enough space, what product or service that you provide. And that way we can do a live shout out for you during the show. So I did talk about what we have coming up. So now I'm going to bring my guest on. So if you give me a moment, I will bring on our guest for today. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back. This is Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, and my next guest today is Johnnie Urban. Let me tell you about Johnnie. So, Johnnie Urban is known as the treasure hunter. She finds the greatness in coaches, healers, and heart-centered entrepreneurs and turns their treasures into compelling messages that attract their ideal clients. So welcome to the show, Johnnie Urban.
Hey, Alicia. Thank you so much. I have so much fun when I'm with you.
I know. Let me take this banner down. I didn't realize it was still running on the ticker. So Johnnie, funny story. Johnnie was scheduled to be with us back in March. Was it March or February?
Yeah.
And she had a competing event that weekend and she couldn't be there live. So I had the brilliant idea to have you to pre-record and just play the video. And I thought that would be just amazing. I did not realize the limitations of StreamYard, and that turned out to be a whole event. So now we have her live. I'm so excited. And we both coordinated in blue. How awesome is that? So Johnnie, you are known as the treasure hunter. How did you get that moniker?
Well, not something that I thought of. You know, I've been helping coaches, healers, and therapists and heart-centered entrepreneurs for quite some time, going on 10 years now. And I noticed something just a few months ago. As this is an interesting story. I'll just give you the snapshot of the story. I love to watch TV shows like History Channel TV shows like The Curse of Oak Island and treasure hunting and digging for this, and I just love the history behind it and what they're finding. Mm-hmm. And so one day I got called in to do jury duty, and so I went and I spent the day there, and I was like, really, it's one of those things like, oh, pick me. No, don't pick me. It's those yin yang kind of thing. It's like it touches on the human spirit. But so I didn't get picked because there was something that I know I said to one of the lawyers as they were interviewing us, and so as I was leaving, I got dismissed, and I was leaving, and I was driving home, and I was conflicted. They didn't pick me. But then I didn't want to get picked because they found out that this trial was going to go over 10 days. And I go, whoa, as an entrepreneur, we all know, it's like, you can't give anybody 10 straight days. I'm like, and then I'm like, okay, I'm really excited and thrilled I didn't get picked. And then I go, holy shamoly, I didn't get picked. And I go, wait a minute, I never say that. That's not something I say. And I go, wait, who does say that? And because it just came into my consciousness to say it as excitement. And I go, oh, if anybody has seen The Curse of Oak Island, Gary Drayton, he's the one that goes around, does with his wand looking for metal in the dirt. And his thing. And when he finds something exciting, he goes, holy shamoly, English accent. And I'm like, oh, that tells me I'm watching way too much of that show. But anyway, now I was like, oh my God, holy shamoly. And then I just had on the drive home, the brilliant thought of, why would I say that? And I go, oh, because number one, I'm excited because something happened. But then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a treasure hunter too.
Right.
And then I realized, where did this come from? And this is kind of a process I do with people when I work with them. It's like, what is it, something about your childhood, something that excited you in your childhood, something that you learned, an event happened, or something about how you grew up or whatever, because everything goes back to our childhood.
Yes, everything.
Yes. So I uncover what's beautiful inside of them. Mm-hmm. that is based in their value system. That's something that came up in their childhood, and that's the process of how I work to find out their magic inside of them. And then I got to thinking, I go, wait a minute, well, I've been a treasure hunter my entire life.
I love that.
It's like
that. Let me ask you, because you work with sensitive, heart-centered entrepreneurs, because you are yourself a sensitive, heart-centered entrepreneur. You're introverted. You did say you're introverted. So your specialty is really helping introverted people become really powerful speakers to help them get their message out. So it doesn't, a lot of people think that you have to be extroverted to be a speaker, but it's not true, because each one of us have really important, valuable things to share. And you can't hide behind introversion as an excuse not to share that. So you really specialize in helping introverted, sensitive entrepreneurs, or those who want to become speakers, really pull that out of them and help them share their message powerfully.
Yeah. Yes. It's yes, you don't have to be an extrovert to be able to share your message. We all have messages and stories inside of us, and to be able to share that and to be your authentic self while you're doing it.
Yeah.
We don't have to roar like a lion to get our message out. And sometimes that quiet voice is the one that puts the most love and attention on what the audience needs to hear.
Yeah.
Exactly at the right time.
And you have something coming up. I want to make sure that people understand the opportunity that they have coming up to work with you. So that's very important. So let's talk about your 12-week incubator that's coming up.
Yes. So what the incubator is I have a huge academy. Basically, I have everything that I've taught over years. I've put into one platform, and I have a huge academy that runs about 6 months. And but what I'm finding out, especially coming out of the pandemic and everything, is that people want to jumpstart now. They want to get in, learn something, and get something done. So I took the best of the best out of the academy, and the most important pieces that people need to know right now on how to create and formulate their talk. A talk, a presentation, a speech, whatever you want to call it. It's still being able to speak and deliver a message, whether it's the written word, what if it's a verbal word, you're being interviewed on a podcast or anywhere, or even live in front of people. There's a formula for how you can deliver something in a good way.
Yeah.
So that your message that's on brand comes across. And so this 12-week program is it. I came up with it. It is part of it's online, where you go to a platform and get your documents and everything. But most of it is once a week. We're meeting with me, and I am guiding you through this process, so that by the time we're done, you have a beautiful, ready to deliver message that you can do from your authentic being.
That is incredible, because so many things these days are just plug and play. They're just, you download this, you go, it's all online, and you don't get that one-on-one touch anymore. We've become a very digital age learning platform, where we're not getting all of that. So I love that you are going to be guiding anyone who joins. You're going to be guiding them privately and mentoring them through this process, because really getting your message, it's tough. It's hard to get your own message out, to sit down and try to write your own message. And you really need someone who is trained like you to help gently pull that out, to get the right words and the right feeling and meaning out of what your experience is and how you want to serve your own audience. So I love it. So how can people join and be a part of it?
Well, this is the thing. You just you saw the link that just popped up on the thing. That is the where you can get most of the information if you go to that webpage. And this is what I have, is like, I want to make sure it's a good fit for you. I don't want you to go in and say, oh, yes, I want to make sure it's a good fit for you. I want to make sure you're in a good place right now in your journey of being an entrepreneur or small business person, that this is a good fit for you. If it's not, then I can refer you to people that can help you get ready for this. And so when you go to this webpage, there'll be a button where you book a call with me. And the call is completely complimentary. And I just guide you through a conversation where we get to know each other, and so that we can help support each other also too.
I love that. No high pressure. You see, she's very accommodating. She's a sensitive. She's so sensitive to your needs.
Yes. And I didn't tell Alicia this either. I wanted to surprise her. But anybody that is listening to this interview right now, if after we talk and it's a good fit and everything, I want to give everyone a discount. I don't want to call it a discount, but it's a gift. It's like a discount, whatever. So just because Alicia's so kind and sweet, and we've been working a little bit together to support each other, and I just want to give this gift with Alicia's name on it. That yes. It's gonna knock.
It's my birthday coming up, so you can give gifts in my name.
So yes, I want to give a $200 gift off the price. So you'll be surprised. Wow. You'll be surprised how affordable it is. Don't just because I'm going to be working one-on-one with you and everything doesn't mean it's going to be like a lot of coaches charge. But it's in my heart and soul to help entrepreneurs find their voice. And
that is so beautiful. Thank you. That is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So if you go to bit.ly/SAS incubator, you'll find all the details on the 12-week incubator course. And again, it is designed to help you in 12 weeks really craft your specific message on brand so that you can reach your right target audience and impact them, and help them become clients of yours, and whatever it is, the message that you have to share with them, make sure that you get that message correct and work with Johnnie. So Johnnie, anything else you want to share in the last few minutes that I have here with you?
Oh gosh, the one thing that I always share over and over again is it's important to stick with mentors that bring out your greatness, not your crazy.
Agreed. Give us one tip. So you have this body of work. You have a huge body of work. What is one tip that people can walk away with today to say, okay, I'm an introvert. How do I find, I don't want to talk. How do I find that message? If it's one tip that you can give me as an introvert, how do I find my message?
How do you find your message? It's a matter of asking yourself really great questions. It's like, if you want a better answer, you have to ask a better question.
Mm-hmm.
So asking yourself, not the why question. Why questions don't really work very well, but the best question is, how can I? How can I, do whatever, or what is it about me that people really like? What is it that people are saying about me that I think are kind of like, oh, that's no big deal. Pay attention to that. Your quirkiness, your weirdness, your oddity is the one thing that is going to make you stand out. And that's what people want. They want to get to know who you are and stand out from the crowd. Don't be like all the other, people out there that are saying the same cookie cutter introduction over and over. And it's like, how do we stop the confusion?
Differentiate yourself. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's a sea of sameness.
Yes. And it's like, just work on that to say, okay, that's one of my homework assignments to people. It's like, you go out and ask 10 people, what is it that you see that's different and unique and weird or quirky that only is about, me? And you'd be surprised. And don't shake it off. Own it.
Own it. I love it. The thing that comes easiest to you, that you think is no big deal, as you said earlier, it's like, oh, that's nothing. Yeah. That is where your superpower lies. Yeah. Like, you need to nurture that, and you need to respect it, and you need to be able to harness that, because that is, you know, there's power inside of that, because it comes easily to you for a reason.
Right.
Not because it's no big deal, but because you're meant to serve in a greater way in that thing without burning yourself out. Anyway,
yeah.
I wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today, Johnnie, live. I got to speak to you live. I'm so excited.
I want to thank you, Alicia. Thank you for being a great friend, a great mentor, someone that, you know, hey, I want to put you in my purse and carry around with me.
I could probably fit. All right, so check out Johnnie. Go to bit.ly/SAS incubator. If you know someone who needs to be a speaker or has a message and they're not quite sure how to get their message out, connect them with Johnnie. Again, Johnnie Urban, aka the Treasure Hunter, CEO, sensitive, authentic speaker. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully when you have other things coming up later on in the year, we'll have you back.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Alicia.
All right, Johnnie, thank you. Don't go anywhere just yet. Let me just close out today. So that was Johnnie Urban. Thank you so much, Johnnie. Again, let me tell you, if you are a little bit shy about speaking your truth or even finding your message or figuring out what your message is, please contact her. Again, if you go to the link, she said there is a call button. You can schedule an appointment to have a conversation with her, just to make sure this is the right thing for you. So don't feel like you have to go right away and sign up. Connect with her, give her a call, and let's support one another, right? Let her support you in what you need to do, and you support her business. So that's reciprocity, and it always comes back to us. So thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri. And yes, we had a short show today, but that's okay, because we'll be back again with more Small Business Saturday Shout Out shows in the future. Stay safe, and I hope to see you again. Don't forget, you can join our group. It is facebook.com/groups/SBSSO, and go over to YouTube and like and subscribe on youtube.com/C/Alicia Couri. Until next time, I am your host, Alicia Couri, saying bye-bye.